Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. Pardon the state of my room, I'm packing for Blade Show, and as you watching this, I'm actually probably on my way to Blade Show, so that's really exciting. Today, I wanted to deliver on a promise I've been making for a really long time, why you should take all of my opinions with a grain of salt. I wanted to do a video where I tell you everything behind the scenes, lay it all on the table, so that you can make a judgment of how much salt you want to take my opinions with. Some people may not listen to a single thing that a YouTuber says. That's perfectly valid. Some people might buy something because a YouTuber really likes it. I think that's also I think that's also perfectly valid. So I want this video to kind of help you decide where you fall in terms of me. Because the channel's called Blade Bias. Bias. I'm biased. I'm a human. We're all biased. You can't really escape it. It's how the human mind works. But I do a lot of work. I do a lot of thinking to make sure that my bias is just that, my own, and not influenced by some outside source. Problem is, you guys can't really fact check that. So I want to make a video kind of going over all of that for you to make your own decision on whether or not you will listen to me at all in terms of this kind of stuff. Or maybe you don't care and you just use all of my videos for an entertainment factor. Maybe the entertainment factor in this video is getting a peek behind the curtain. So, before we start, I would like to just make a quick distinction between a main channel video and a Blade Bias video. The main difference is point of view and script. A main channel video is me looking from a more objective standpoint in a heavily scripted video that I can change and edit at any point in the process. If I write something wrong in the script, I can change it. If I see something wrong in the script, I can change it while I'm recording. I can dub over in editing. I can make notes to correct things in editing. I can change things entirely in editing. There's a long process that I can change things in. Blade Bias doesn't have that. It's literally me sitting here flipping a ballad song, creating mental bullet points about it, and talking about those bullet points in a video. No script, nothing like that. No editing process even for me to change things. I do make notes sometimes when I make egregious errors, but I haven't done that very often. So that's the main thing, is script and point of view. A main channel video is going to be a scripted, objective, mostly objective video with a sprinkling of my opinion on top. A Blade Bias video is going to be unscripted, my opinion with a sprinkling of objectivity on top. That's the thing. So, let's go through the hypothetical. I'm flipping the Prisma Pro. Full disclosure, I paid my own money for this. They didn't send it to me for free. But for the purpose of this video, let's say MachineWise reaches out to me and they want to send me a Prisma Pro for a camaroEE main channel video. My response, in most cases, would be no, sorry, not interested. I did a video on the camaroEE with Squid Industries, and I am incredibly thankful that they wanted to work with me. It was super cool to work with them. It was such a cool process. I loved it. I was very thankful. But that video made me realize that I do not want to commit to making a video about a ballad song that I'm going to open and find to be incredibly mid or boring. Kind of how the camaroEE is, I'll be honest. The camaroEE in my main channel, and this is kind of more about the difference between a main channel and a Blade Bias video. Main channel video, I talked about the durability of the camaroEE. I talked about kind of the pricing, how it's not the greatest, but it still flips good for what you get. It looks cool, etc. My Blade Bias video on the camaroEE would be meh. I don't really care too much because it's a Squiddy and I'm bored of the Squiddy lineup. It's kind of the Squiddy WH. Like, a main channel review of the Squiddy WH would be fairly positive, like, you know, kind of similar to the camaroEE was. But the Blade Bias video was like, yeah, it's a Squiddy. Again, I don't really care that much because that's just how I feel. So I don't want to commit to making a full main channel video, spending all those hours scripting out and writing and editing and shooting and all of that on a product that I just don't care about. So going forward, minus any crazy circumstances where I get some crazy opportunity, any video that I make on my main channel will be entirely my decision. It'll be entirely my call whether I do it. In my head, this gives two benefits. One, I'll be more passionate about the things that I'm making since it's my choice. And 2, it'll help me remove the bias of getting something for free a tiny bit, since companies are sending me something to review on Blade Bias rather than camaroEE. Let's say I get the Nibali's wing from Nibali's. I talk about it on Blade Bias, and I like it so much that I go on to make a main channel video on it. That main channel video was not a part of the agreement. So in my head, that helps me kind of remove myself a tiny bit, not entirely, just a tiny bit from the fact that Nibali sent it to me to make a video on, because I fulfilled that requirement on Blade Bias. Now, let's talk about getting stuff for free, because quite simply, Blade Bias would not be where it is if I didn't get stuff for free. And I'm extremely, extremely appreciative of anyone who's ever sent me something or even offered to send me something for a Blade Bias video. The channel wouldn't be where it is without you. Unfortunately, that also means that a lot of people just simply disregard opinions because someone got something for free. And I think that's perfectly valid. I don't think there's any reason to shame you or say that that's wrong. I do want to offer an alternate opinion, an alternate point of view, just for you to chew on, but I'm not trying to change your mind. I totally respect if that's how you feel. Because at the end of the day, I'm getting this stuff for free, so maybe I don't have the best judgment of value or something like that. Or maybe it will bias me towards that. Bias me towards it, I don't think, since the excitement of getting sent stuff has died down. I'm not... When you're in the early days, you're excited to get sent stuff because it feels like such a big thing. That excitement is worn down. I'm still excited to receive things just to check them out. But the excitement of being sent something just for the sake of being sent something has kind of pretty much died down. So all that's left is me being excited to check out a product that I would be otherwise excited to if I purchased it. So if you think that, oh, you can't say, oh, I would spend $50 in the Canyon if you didn't pay for the Canyon, that's perfectly fine. But I'm here to offer the opinion that even paying for it isn't exactly perfect either. Let's take my Nautilus, for example, a real thing that happened to me. In my Nautilus unboxing video, I was incredibly positive about the Nautilus, even though I showed it having objective issues in tuning, in swing, and all of that. My Nautilus out of the box had this terrible bind that eventually worked itself out, but in the unboxing video, you can see it binding, and you can see me being like trying to excuse it. Because I spent so much money on that Nautilus that I was subconsciously trying to justify my purchase. I was hyping it up more than it should have, more than I should have, because I didn't want to feel like I wasted $250 on it. You can even see me say, oh, there's no play, when the handles are very clearly moving very far apart from each other because of play. So, while sure, receiving stuff for free isn't perfect, I also want to offer the opinion that paying for stuff isn't perfect either. It's a give and take. Now, again, if you are very solid on one side of the fence, I totally respect that. I'm just giving some people some food for thought to think about. Because yes, ultimately receiving something for free is going to bias me in a way that it wouldn't have if I didn't receive it for free. That's a sacrifice I have to make to keep the channel the way it is. I've covered so many ballad songs because of that. I can't afford to spend this much money on all of this stuff. I just can't. I'm a struggling college student who's about to go into the job force. I just couldn't afford it. So I have to make that one sacrifice to keep the channel the way that it is. Now, financial stuff, let's also talk about that. I make all of my money, every single dime, from ads on this channel. That's it. The only way to financially support me is watching an ad on Blade Bias. And if you don't want to watch ads, that's totally fine. I think YouTube ads are piss annoying anyway. Totally fine if you don't want to watch one. That's okay. Just turn on an ad blocker. No problems here. But that's the only way I'm making money. My main channel video has never been monetized. I haven't made $1 off of anything I've done on my main channel, including the Bally Awards. In fact, I'm actually negative $1 for the Bally Awards because someone sent me a file that I couldn't read on my computer, so I had to pay $1 for a codec that could read it. Nothing on the main channel. I am not paid by any maker. No maker has ever paid me. I have denied every offer that has come my way in terms of that. It's all AdSense on this channel. I don't accept any viewer donations. You can't PayPal me on, so not PayPal. You can't like donate to me when I'm streaming. There's no Patreon. There's nothing like that. The only thing you can do is pay money for a used ballad song that I am selling. That's about it. Or you can watch an ad. So that's how I make all of my money. It's AdSense on this channel. That's it. Not my main channel, this channel. That also means that I am not directly affiliated financially with anyone that I have ever made a video with or about. Cool? We'll dive into that a little bit later when I talk about sponsorships and all of that. So MachineWise wants to send me this. I've already told them I won't make a main channel video, but I will do my typical unboxing and I spent a week with video, assuming it's interesting enough for me to talk about again. Great. That works. The thing shows up. I open it. I flip it. I give you my direct, honest opinions on what I feel about it out of the box. Does that mean I'm wrong sometimes? Yes, inherently. That's why you can't review something 3 seconds after you take it out of a box. But that's the idea. Now, I finish that video, I upload it, and I'm going to spend a week flipping that ballad song, making mental bullet points about what I like and what I don't like for the Prisma Pro. Sides are very flat, a little sharp on the transition here. Grip could be better up here, but otherwise I think is good. Balance is amazing. Ergonomics are amazing. Very comfortable. One of the best flippers that I've encountered at the price point. Stuff like that. That goes in my mental list, and that's all things that I'll talk about during the I spent a week with video, which is why sometimes my opinions change so drastically. The other thing is, you know, sometimes you just take something out of the box and you're not used to it, so you can't really talk about it in depth, or you might get some things wrong. That's why things change. And that's why I always recommend that people come back and watch the follow-up video to the unboxing video, because there is, I think, an inherent entertainment value in getting a first reaction of a product. But then you also have to come back and make that updated, here's what I really think now that I've spent a decent amount of time with it. So MachineWise has sent me this, and now they're so happy with how the video performed and how many sales it generated that they offered me a sponsorship. Or, even better in some people's eyes, an affiliate code. Ooh, a code to put in your description that anytime anyone buys a MachineWise product, they'll pay me a direct chunk of that. Again, to be clear, this has not happened. This is just a hypothetical. I would say no. And I have said no to offers just like that from a bunch of different makers, including ones who I really respect and I really like the products of. It's not how I want to run my channel. I don't want to be tied down to a single maker. I don't want to be unfairly biased towards a single maker. I don't want my judgment to get clouded because if I recommend this product and someone buys it, then I'll make money off of it. It makes everything far too complicated. Again, it's the reason that the only money that I make is from YouTube AdSense, because I can't control that. It's just something that happens when you watch a YouTube video, and that's it. The only thing that biases me to do is maybe make a video longer because more ads will play. But half the time I can barely even think about the runtime of a video because I'm too busy yapping about a damn thing that I'm flipping. So, no sponsorships, no affiliate codes. And also, that is partially the reason that I never put links in the description, much to everyone's dismay. I get so many comments like, links would be helpful. Why don't you post links? I can't find this. Because if I posted a link, you would have no way of knowing if it was an affiliate code or not. If I didn't say that, and the website didn't make it clear, because most websites will make it clear that it's an affiliate of some sort, because you can see like the pinned on code or whatever. If I just post a link in the description and you click it, how do you know that's not an affiliate code or not? The only way that you can be 100% sure that I'm not being paid for you buying a product is if I say, I really like this Prisma Pro. You go on Google, you type in Prisma Pro, and it shows up, and you click it. away from me, outside of my influence. The only times I've ever included links in the description were to smaller makers who it might be difficult to find. The first two that come to mind are Remshi for the Kuno, because his Instagram was relatively small and could have been tough to find for people. And two was the Etsy shop for the stand that Manifold 3D made, which is somewhere not there. Where is it? Dude, am I stupid? Where's the Manifold stand? There it is. Oh my gosh. I included a link for this because there's some weird thing with Etsy where like he had to pay a premium if people used a different link. I don't know. So I try not to do links just because I want you guys to know that I'm not affiliated. There's no code that you can put in. Go look for the thing yourself. Go buy it yourself so that you know I'm not a part of the process. I am only here to be a bridge between maker and viewer. When I started Blade Bias, I wanted not only to provide info on ballad songs that some people might have never heard of before, something like, I don't know, the Corvus, or a great one's the Osprey, that yellow one with the kind of the Prisma style blade, but also be a way for someone small, a smaller maker, someone like Manifold, or again, like the Osprey, like Oddly Designed, to send me something to get in front of an audience without it taking months and months and months, because I have a huge backlog. I'm a big YouTuber with a bunch of people, like things. Both of those. I want to be a resource for the people of the ballad song community to be more educated on ballad songs in general. And I also want to be able to highlight some of the smaller creators, makers specifically, in the community who may otherwise not get an opportunity like that. And that all comes with me being passionate about this hobby down to the core. And that's kind of the reason that I talk so openly about, oh, hey, I wasn't feeling it this week or something like that. Because I'm not forcing myself to do this. I don't survive based on my paycheck from AdSense. I'm not making extra money on the side from affiliate codes or Patreon or anything like that. I'm not making these videos so I get paid. I am literally just making these videos for the passion of it. And all of that money that I get from AdSense goes straight back into ballad songs. It hasn't right now, I will be honest with that, because, again, college student. But I'm keeping track of everything that I have made off of YouTube, and in the future I will put all of that budget that I built up back into ballad songs, back into equipment for the channel, or a ballad song to talk about, or a giveaway of some sort. I don't know. When we get there, we get there. But this is all passion, because I really, really love the hobby, the people in it, the people that make stuff for it. I think it's awesome. So I think that about concludes with everything here. Again, if I make any changes to anything I talk about in this video, like let's say someone comes along with an amazing opportunity and they want a camaroEE video, I'll put that, I will try, again, I'll try my best to put that in the pinned comment so that you have as many facts as you can. Let me know what you thought of this video. It was a long time coming because I wanted to put bullet points down and like make sure that I covered everything, but at the end of the day, I knew I was just going to ramble through it. So I just tried to do it. So let me know if you have any further questions, any comments, any concerns, anything like that. And I think that's going to do it. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is I shill MachineWise all the time. Paid for every one of their products that I own except for the Seraph, but MachineWise didn't send me that. Someone in the community did. Shout out Ted. You're so fucking awesome, dude. And anyone else who was involved in that. Yeah. I don't know why I wanted to throw that in there, but I did. The brand that I shill the most is the brand that has never sent me anything. Cool? Cool. I'm going to keep doing stuff. I'm going to keep getting sent stuff. Work with these brands. Not really work with them, but, you know, organize making videos to cover their new products or whatever. And I will do my best to continue giving you guys as much info as I can to keep you as informed as you can. Thank you all for watching all this time. Thank you for sitting through this video. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you guys later this week for Blade Show, baby. Let's go! See you later.